Hey, welcome back. This is Eric Anderton, and we're here on the third step of the Solve Problems Fast process, and that is get busy. I love this step. Action is everything in an organization, and we're going to really dive into how to build a specific action plan around the ideas that you've gathered in order to overcome the challenges that you have. George Patton, he was a muddy boots general during World War II, right? He rode on the tank and all that kind of great stuff. He has a great quote. A good plan, violently executed today, is better than a perfect plan next week. Do you suffer from perfection paralysis, where you won't move forward and do something unless you think everything is perfect and in place? An entrepreneur has a bias for action, and I really want to encourage you that if you're going to be successful in your organization and have the company that you want to have, you've got to be willing to get busy, to get into action so that you can solve the challenges that you have. The wonderful thing about this process here, and we're going to fill it in here in a second, is that it helps you to build practical accountability. Have you ever found in your life that when you are unaccountable, not much happens? But when you're accountable, even in a slight way, if someone is just giving you a phone call or emailing you or asking you how a certain situation is going, you're much more likely to behave in a way that is conducive to you achieving what you want to achieve. You ever notice that? It's really, really important. Accountability is essential, and the get busy process is underlined by accountability and the importance of it. So let's dive into it. With the get busy process, the first thing that you want to identify is what I call the rally cry. The rally cry. The rally cry is really the area of focus that everyone is going to agree upon that you need to really pursue in order to overcome the problem that you have. And really what the rally cry is, it's your MVI translated into something very, very tangible and focusable. Focusable, is that even a word? But anyway, you understand what I mean. Let me explain it to you. I'm a history major. I went to college and I took history, and I really dig reading about history. So, in World War II, what do you think the rally cry of the Allies was? What was the rally cry of the Allies? I'll tell you what the rally cry was. Beat Germany. Isn't that great? Beat Germany. So if any of the commanders woke up in the middle of the night and someone asked them, what is the rally cry? What is it that you're looking to do? They could look at them right in the eye and say, beat Germany. Unconditional surrender. That was the rally cry. Now think about the problems that you face. Do you have a simple rally cry that people can really focus upon? Or is it all kind of mumbo jumbo and everyone's not really clear, there's a problem, but no one can really rally around a particular beacon that's what we're going for, that's what we want to achieve. Beat Germany is a great rally cry. What's your rally cry? I was talking to one of my clients and he was having problems in his restaurant. One of the problems was that his food costs were out of whack. He knew that it was a problem. He knew that it was impacting his bottom line. He knew it was because of the processes and the people that he had in place. So what was his rally cry? It was very simple. Food costs. Your rally cry doesn't necessarily have to be sexy, but it does have to be clear. The reason why is because a lack of clarity hinders specific and powerful action. That's what a lack of clarity does. So it's really important in your organization that you have clarity as far as what the problem is and what the rally cry is to help you to solve that problem. Okay? So that's the first part of get busy. Now the second part is this. Fierce focus. What are the areas of fierce focus that you need to really look at in order to drive the achieving of the rally cry? What are those areas of fierce focus? So for instance, let's say your rally cry is to increase sales. Very simple one, but one that a lot of organizations need to focus on. Well, perhaps part of your fierce focus is going to be sales training. Maybe you need to train up your salespeople so that they can be more effective in selling. Perhaps one of your areas of fierce focus is activity. Okay, you're going to focus on making sure that not only are people trained as far as your product is concerned, but they're trained as far as how to deliver the product, and they're also very much focused on the activity that they're engaged in order to increase the sales. Perhaps another area of focus there would be maybe your website. Maybe website drives sales for you as well as your salespeople, and your website needs to be improved if you're going to achieve that rally cry of increased sales. Whatever the case is, you want to identify some general areas of fierce focus that people can agree upon in order to drive the rally cry and solve the problem that you have. Now, the third part of an action plan is the vital numbers. The vital numbers tell you whether or not you are executing on your fierce focus, and that then will be driving the rally cry and helping you to overcome the specific problem that you have. So think about the numbers that tell you whether or not you're doing the fierce focus. For instance, if you're doing a sales a rally cry, then one of the numbers would be the number of sales calls you're making, or the number of deals that you're closing, or perhaps it would be the number of conversions that you're getting when people come to your website. Whatever the case is, your job as a leader with your team is to identify those vital numbers that will tell you whether or not the fierce focus is getting done, so that you can be confident that the rally cry is going to be achieved. This is how you solve problems fast. This is what you hold each other accountable for, is these vital numbers and this activity. Now let me tell you something about accountability. Accountability works best in a number of different ways. Number one, daily. It doesn't have to take too long. Take 5 or 10 minutes with your team, check in daily on how these vital numbers, this activity is going, and how the fierce focus is going. Then weekly, make sure that you're checking in with them weekly, where you're sitting down and addressing any of the issues that may be hindering any of this. Because again, if you're going to hit your rally cry, if you're going to overcome the challenge that you have, you've got to keep people accountable, you've got to keep checking in. And if you're just willing to do that very simply on a daily and a weekly basis, you can build an action plan like this for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to overcome even some of the biggest challenges that you have in your organization, and be confident that you'll be able to execute on the action plan and achieve what you're looking to achieve. So what about you? When was the last time you got together with your team, honestly addressed the challenges that you have in your organization, identified how you're going to overcome that challenge or that problem, and then built an action plan that you then held each other accountable for, so that you could overcome the problem and really get to where you want to get to in your business? This is what Solve Problems Fast is all about. It's a proven process. Man, I've used this for over a decade with my clients, and it is totally awesome. It can have a 5 to 6 figure impact in your organization within the first 30 days if you're simply willing to get real, to get ideas, and then get busy. Give me some comments down below on how you are executing on action plans, or what you got out of the Solve Problems Fast video process, and what you think you can use and apply right away. If you're interested in learning more, I'd love it if you just click on the button down below the video and book in a 10-minute conversation with me. In that 10 minutes, we're going to figure out what's possible for your business in terms of the impact that you can have, the money that you can make, the freedom that you can enjoy, what you're doing with your time. We're also going to identify the number one thing that's keeping you back from achieving that, so that you'll go away excited and motivated about taking your business to the next level. I've really enjoyed spending a few minutes with you here, breaking down the Solve Problems Fast process. You can tell I'm pretty pumped up about it, because I know it works. I know it can have a profound impact in your company. Again, if you'd like to learn more, click on that button, book in the 10 minutes. I look forward to chatting with you. I look forward to getting to know you. Thanks very much.